Chapter 27, Tallulah. In the midst of rocket failures, financial woes, and a pending divorce, Elon Musk finds himself in London in July 2008. He is scheduled to give a speech on commercial space ventures, but there is a cloud of uncertainty hanging over him. Undeterred, Musk delivers his speech, passionately advocating for private space exploration and colonization of other planets. Afterward, he visits the CEO of Aston Martin, who dismisses the electric car movement and climate change concerns. The next day, Musk wakes up with stomach pains and seeks medical help. His friend, Bill Lee, takes him to a clinic, but instead of leaving it at that, Lee decides to take Musk to a nightclub, Whiskey Mist, to blow off some steam. In the VIP room, Musk encounters Tallulah Riley, a young and beautiful actress known for her role in Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. Musk connects with Riley, expressing his passion for rockets, although she initially doesn't realize they are his rockets. Musk, shy and slightly awkward, musters up the courage to ask if he can put his hand on her knee, and she allows it. At the end of the evening, he awkwardly requests her phone number, revealing his lack of prowess in dating. The next morning, Riley calls her parents to share the story of the man she met, only for her father to discover that Musk is married with 5 children. Furious, she contacts her friend, who confirms that Musk and his wife are no longer together. Despite the initial confusion, Riley continues her connection with Musk, and within a few days, they spend almost every meal together, shopping for his children and deepening their bond. Musk, enamored by Riley, invites her to fly back to Los Angeles with him, but due to prior commitments, she must go to Sicily for a photo shoot. However, she joins Musk in Los Angeles afterward, taking a room at the Peninsula Hotel. As their love blossoms, Musk proposes to Riley, confessing that he doesn't have a ring. They shake hands as a symbol of their engagement. The couple spends their time swimming in a rooftop pool, discussing their whirlwind romance and contemplating the worst-case scenarios. A few weeks later, Riley's parents meet Musk in Los Angeles, and after an affectionate encounter, he asks her father's permission to marry her. With trust in their daughter's judgment, her father grants his blessing. However, both Musk and Riley decide to wait a couple of years before tying the knot, heeding the advice of Musk's brother Kimball. Despite the challenges surrounding Musk's life during this time, his connection with Tallulah Riley brings him a sense of joy and possibility. Their engagement offers a glimmer of happiness amidst the turbulence, and Musk's family approves of his choice. It seems that love has found its way into Musk's life, bringing a much-needed respite from the intensity of his endeavors. Chapter 28, Strike 3. Elon Musk's hopes and the future of SpaceX hinge on the success of their third attempt at launching the Falcon 1 rocket. With previous failures, Musk realizes that this is their last chance to prove themselves. In a high-stakes gamble, the rocket carries a valuable Air Force satellite, 2 NASA satellites, and the cremated remains of James Doohan, the beloved actor who played Scotty in Star Trek. As the rocket takes off, everyone in the control room watches with anticipation. The liftoff is flawless, and cheers erupt as the rocket ascends. But just minutes later, disaster strikes once again. The booster, which was supposed to descend back to Earth, unexpectedly collides with the second stage. The video feed goes blank, and it becomes clear that the mission has failed, crashing both stages and Scotty's remains. The cause of the failure is traced back to a faulty redesign of the cooling system in the Merlin engine. The system worked fine under normal conditions on the ground, but in the vacuum of space, it caused a small thrust after shutdown, leading to the collision. Musk, already strapped for cash with Tesla hemorrhaging money, has now faced 3 consecutive rocket failures. But he refuses to give up. In a defiant announcement, Musk declares that SpaceX will prevail and reach orbit. He reaffirms his unwavering determination, stating that he will never give up. Despite the hardships he is facing in his personal life, with his marriage falling apart and a lack of stable housing, Musk refuses to let these setbacks define him. Instead, he takes immediate action. The day after the failed launch, Musk gathers the SpaceX team for a conference call to analyze the data and come up with solutions. Rather than assigning blame, he focuses on finding ways to prevent the same issue from occurring again. In a somber mood, Musk instructs the team to build a 4th rocket in record time and sets an ambitious deadline of just 6 weeks. Despite the immense pressure, a newfound sense of determination fills the SpaceX headquarters. Musk's unwavering faith in their ability to succeed inspires his team to push forward. Their collective energy shifts from despair to a resolute buzz of determination. It's a testament to Musk's leadership and unwavering spirit that catapults the team forward. As a reporter inquires how he maintains his optimism, Musk dismisses the notion of optimism and pessimism. Instead, he states that he is hell-bent on making it work, regardless of the challenges they face. With his determination and uncompromising resolve, Musk sets the stage for a relentless pursuit of success, defying the odds and showing the world that failure is merely a stepping stone on the path to greatness. Chapter 29. On the Brink. The year 2008 is marked by turbulence and despair for Elon Musk, both personally and professionally. As Tesla attempts to establish itself as a viable car manufacturer, the global recession triggered by the subprime mortgage meltdown looms ominously. The company's supply chain is problematic, funds are dwindling, and SpaceX has yet to successfully launch a rocket into orbit. Musk finds himself on the brink of collapse. Desperate to keep Tesla afloat, Musk dips into customer deposits to cover operating expenses, despite objections from some executives and board members. He sees no other choice but to utilize these funds to keep the company from going under. As the situation worsens in the fall of 2008, Musk turns to friends and family for financial support, pleading for help to meet Tesla's payroll. Even Musk's brother, Kimball, sells his remaining Apple stock to invest in Tesla, despite warnings from his bank about damaging his credit. Support pours in from various sources. Bill Lee invests $2 million, Sergey Brin of Google invests $500,000, and even regular Tesla employees contribute what they can. Musk borrows money personally to cover expenses, including hefty fees for his divorce lawyers, and those of his ex-wife, Justine. The financial strain takes a toll on Musk's well-being, and he experiences night terrors, screaming fits, and physical illness. Tallulah, witnessing his suffering, stands by his side, offering comfort during these challenging times. Despite the immense pressure, Musk remains driven by an unwavering determination. He refuses to choose between SpaceX and Tesla despite the pleas from those around him. Giving up on either venture would be a blow to his ultimate vision of sustainable energy and making humanity a multiplanetary species. Musk sees it as a choice between two metaphorical children, unable to bring himself to accept that one must perish. Instead, he commits to giving his all to save both, even if it means pushing himself to the brink. Chapter 30. The Fourth Launch. After 3 failed attempts to launch the Falcon 1 rocket, Elon's dreams of space exploration were hanging by a thread. Personal bankruptcy loomed, and Tesla was facing a financial crisis. It seemed impossible to raise money for a 4th launch. But then, a surprising group came to his rescue: his former PayPal colleagues, known as the PayPal Mafia. Despite being ousted from PayPal's CEO role years earlier, Musk maintained a friendly rapport with his former cohorts, including Peter Thiel and Max Levchin. Thiel, who was initially skeptical about clean tech, was persuaded by his PayPal colleague, Luke Nosek, to invest in SpaceX. Reluctantly, Thiel agreed to a conference call with Musk, during which Musk asserted that he was the company's chief rocket engineer. Nosek's persuasion, along with the hope for reconciliation after the PayPal saga, led Thiel to invest $20 million in SpaceX. With the funding secured, Musk faced a race against time. He set a deadline of 6 weeks to get a new rocket to Quad, despite previous failures taking much longer to rectify. To meet this ambitious goal, they chartered a C-17 transport plane from the Air Force to transport the rocket. As the SpaceX team flew over the Pacific, they encountered a harrowing incident when the rocket tank began to crumple due to rapidly increasing pressure inside the hold. In a desperate scramble, engineers managed to save the rocket from disaster. Undeterred by setbacks, Musk insisted on fixing the rocket at Kwajalein Atoll. His decision to disregard quality controls and take more risks showcased his willingness to adapt to changing situations. Despite facing doubt and uncertainty, Musk's belief in his team's abilities remained unwavering. Finally, the 4th launch attempt arrived. Musk, dressed in casual attire after a trip to Disneyland with his kids, watched anxiously from the command van. As the countdown began, tension filled the air. The rocket cleared the tower, and as stages separated, Musk's relief turned into ecstatic joy. After 9 minutes, the Falcon 1 successfully reached orbit, marking the first privately built rocket to achieve such a feat. The successful launch not only saved the future of private space exploration, but also led to a significant shift in NASA's approach. In late 2008, Musk and Gwynne Shotwell, who became the president of SpaceX, presented their case to NASA and secured a $16 billion contract for 12 cargo missions to the International Space Station. Elon Musk's unwavering determination and the triumph of the 4th launch exemplified the power of perseverance and the audacity to dream big. With the Falcon 1's success, Musk set his sights on even grander goals, envisioning a future where SpaceX would take over from the Space Shuttle and ultimately reach Mars. Chapter 31. Saving Tesla. After securing the crucial NASA contract for SpaceX, Elon Musk's attention quickly shifted back to Tesla, where the company was hurtling towards bankruptcy. With the funds set to run out on Christmas Eve, Musk faced the daunting task of raising $20 million to keep the company afloat. However, one investor, Alan Saltzman of Vantage Point Capital, was hesitant to support the new equity round. Without unanimous approval from existing investors, the plan would fall apart. Saltzman and Musk had clashed on strategy, with Saltzman pushing for Tesla to become a battery pack supplier to other car companies. Disagreeing vehemently, Musk believed that Tesla should forge its own path rather than relying on legacy car companies. The tension between them escalated, and Musk felt that Saltzman was intentionally trying to push Tesla into bankruptcy. Their relationship deteriorated further during a meeting to discuss Tesla's capital needs, which Musk saw as an unnecessary delay tactic. The boardroom battles intensified, leading Musk's brother, Kimball, to fiercely defend Elon's position and prevent a vote to remove him as CEO. The pressure and stress mounted as time ticked away, with Christmas Eve serving as the make or break moment. Musk raced against the clock, scrambling to restructure the financing so that it involved taking on more debt instead of issuing more equity. In a tense conference call, Musk's persistence paid off as Saltzman and the other investors ultimately supported the plan. Tesla was saved, and Musk broke down in tears of relief. Soon after, the criticism of Tesla receiving government subsidies emerged. However, in reality, Tesla did not receive any money from the Troubled Asset Relief Program (TARP). Instead, Tesla secured $465 million in loans from a Department of Energy program aimed at backing companies producing electric or fuel-efficient cars. This loan was paid off by Tesla, along with $12 million in interest 3 years later. A significant boost for Tesla came from Daimler, the German automotive company. In the midst of Tesla's crisis and SpaceX's launch failures, Musk traveled to Daimler's headquarters in Stuttgart, where the executives expressed interest in creating an electric car. They invited Tesla to propose an electric version of Daimler's smart car. Musk wasted no time and, upon his return, instructed his team to create a working prototype by the time the Daimler team arrived in the US. When the Daimler executives visited Tesla, they initially seemed unimpressed by the small, cash-strapped company. However, their mood changed dramatically when Musk revealed the electric smart car prototype. The executives took a test drive and were blown away by the car's acceleration and power. As a result, Daimler contracted Tesla for battery packs and powertrains for smart cars and also invested $50 million in Tesla. This investment from Daimler proved crucial for Tesla's survival, as it provided a much-needed financial lifeline. Without it, Musk believes Tesla would have perished. With SpaceX succeeding in space and Tesla gaining crucial support, Elon Musk continued to defy the odds and push forward with his grand visions for the future of transportation and energy. Chapter 32: The Model S. With the successful financing round in 2008 and the support of Daimler, Musk embarks on a mission to develop a mainstream four-door sedan, the Model S, ultimately revolutionizing the automotive industry. Musk grapples with the challenge of designing a sedan unlike the sports car-like Roadster. He had initially hired Henrik Fisker, a designer known for his work on BMW and Aston Martin, but found his vision lacking. Displeased with Fisker's sketches, Musk insisted on numerous changes, ultimately leading to the termination of their contract. Enter Franz von Holzhausen, a talented designer with a Euro-cool aura. After a chance meeting at a party, von Holzhausen impresses Musk with his enthusiasm and is hired on the spot. Together, they become a formidable team, reminiscent of Steve Jobs and Jony Ive, pushing the boundaries of automotive design. To bring their vision to life, Musk creates an in-house design studio near his workspace at SpaceX. Working in close collaboration with the engineers, the designers aim to integrate aesthetics and engineering seamlessly, similar to Apple's approach. Musk's involvement is constant, with regular Friday design review sessions and daily check-ins. One of the crucial aspects of the Model S is the battery pack. Musk tasks Drew Baglino, a young engineer, with the challenge of reducing the number of battery cells needed for the car, while also making the pack as thin as possible. Baglino initially faces Musk's harsh criticism, but eventually realizes the value of his demands, resulting in a successful outcome. Musk's determination and penchant for risk extend to other aspects of the Model S as well. He wages battles with his cautious team members over safety measures and design choices, often leading to heated arguments. However, Musk's gut calculus and insistence pay off, resulting in groundbreaking features like flush door handles and a large touchscreen interface. Chapter 33: Private Space. Musk and his team embark on the design and construction of the Falcon 9 rocket, which would become the backbone of SpaceX's operations for years to come. Initially considering a Falcon 5 rocket with a new, more powerful engine, Musk's engineer, Tom Mueller, convinces him to opt for a Falcon 9 design instead. With 9 Merlin engines, the Falcon 9 is substantially more powerful than its predecessor and paves the way for SpaceX's future endeavors. To accompany the rocket, Musk and his team begin designing a space capsule from scratch. They name it Dragon, a nod to Puff the Magic Dragon. Alongside the new rocket and capsule, a launch pad is needed to facilitate the regular rocket launches. SpaceX secures a lease for Launch Pad 40 at the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida. The pad, previously used for the Air Force's Titan rocket launches, requires significant refurbishment, and Brian Mosdell, an experienced engineer, leads the charge. With its characteristic resourcefulness, SpaceX repurposes and salvages materials to keep costs low. They scavenge for components and negotiate lower prices, challenging the aerospace industry's tradition of overcharging. Musk's tendency to question requirements and seek innovative solutions leads to significant savings. At the same time, Lori Garver, a NASA veteran and Musk's advisor on space issues during his presidential campaign, battles for the privatization of space operations within Obama's administration. Her advice to rely on private companies like SpaceX instead of NASA's costly Constellation program is met with resistance and criticism. Eventually, Garver's viewpoint prevails, and Obama appoints her as the deputy administrator of NASA. In April 2010, Obama visits Cape Canaveral to advocate for private companies' involvement in space exploration. In a crucial moment for SpaceX and Musk, the president endorses their approach during a speech, highlighting the importance of rigorous safety standards and fostering innovation through competition. Following the speech, Obama plans a photo op at one of the launch pads. Despite some reports suggesting he would visit a pad used by the United Launch Alliance, Garver reveals that they had always intended to go to the SpaceX pad, emphasizing their support for the emerging private space sector. The televised image of Obama and Musk conversing beside the gleaming Falcon 9 rocket serves as a powerful symbol of the changing landscape in space exploration. It showcases the partnership between government and private enterprise, as well as the ambition and determination of both leaders.